guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Thomas. I still don't have a middle name to come up with. I'm literally drawing blanks this week. I do not know why. Oh, hey guys, it's me, Thomas. I'm not wearing glasses today because I lost them and I have no idea where they are and I'm kind of blind right now, but how's your day? Halbert, back at it again with another video. So I know some of you are looking at this title and you're thinking, Thomas? Let's take a step back. Let's reevaluate your life choices here because, sis, what are you doing? If you follow me on Instagram and you keep up with my Instagram story, which you should, I have been in the process of organizing my makeup, putting everything in my Alex shorts. I've never owned Alex shorts before, so this is my first time just really fully organizing my full collection since I started back in 2015. And there's a lot of makeup that I forgot I even had. My boyfriend Kevin, he looked at me and he was like, Thomas, how much of this do you think is like expired? And that sparked an idea in my head. What if I did a full face of makeup that's expired, that I haven't used in years, that the shelf life, it's way past the shelf life, it's way past the day that it was manufactured, it's time for it to be thrown away. What if I did a full face of expired makeup? So yeah, that is today's video, full face of expired makeup. If you are not already subscribed, which why aren't you? Says we're like pretty cool. Like, don't you just want to see this lovely face all the time in your subscription box? So MAC sent me this primer back in 2016. It's the MAC Prep and Prime. I have used this maybe once. Honestly, I feel like, you know that new Tatcha primer that's going around? I feel like that Tatcha primer is literally this. I'm telling you, it's the same. I'm telling you, it's the same thing. You just scrape out some, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then you just rub it into the skin. It's basically a pore filling primer. For foundation, I have my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick. Oh my god, I got this back in early, like when it first launched. It's done. So I know for a fact that this is just, I mean, I've used this so much. As you can see, I've used it so much. Like, that's all that's left. So I'm going to apply. I used to be obsessed with this foundation. This used to be my absolute go-to. And then I just kind of moved on, you know? That's what happens. It's really sad. I love to apply a lot of this stuff. This was definitely like my go-to foundation. Oh my god. By the way, I don't know if any of you are on like Twitter or whatever, but there was like this trend where this girl microwaved her beauty blender in soap water. Like she got a glass, she got her glass, filled it up with water, put soap in there, and then put her beauty blender in there and microwaved it for like 30 seconds to a minute, and it came out clean. I tried it. Okay, ignore this part because I just started blending out foundation, but okay, this is a year-old beauty blender. I know, gross. It's a year old, and it came out looking like this, like brand new. So you guys need to try that. Okay, so it's definitely blending out really nicely. Yeah, it definitely looks a little bit heavier than what I remember it looking like. Usually goes on a lot smoother. Actually, I feel like it's to be honest, I feel like it's the primer that's really just not sitting well with the foundation. Unfortunately, I don't have a concealer that I can try. I searched high and low, but all of my concealers that I currently own, I've bought like less than a year ago. So I'm just gonna go into my current fave, which is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, which they just recently launched a bunch of new shades. So I'm using the shade Fair 02, which is super light. Look at that. Ooh, actually, before I go any further, I recently found this guy. You remember when this came out? The cream contour, everyone was shaking, like they were shook. This is old as fuck. I think this is from 2015. Yeah, this is from mid 2015. Now, I also kind of don't like cream contouring, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to cream contour, and I'm just gonna go into this middle shade and do the damn thing. Oof. Wait, look at this. Look at this. Like, barely anything is coming up on the brush. Has it dried out? Okay. So, I'm just gonna... If this turns out bad, I warned you that I'm not a cream contour person. This is a lot drier than what I remember. I remember not really liking the formula anyways, but... It's a little splotchy. I'm really trying to blend this out. Now, I know better than to go into these because I know better. So I'm going to move on, go back into my concealer and just conceal my under eyes. And for powder, I have my Cover FX powder, which I got in late 2016. It has a shelf life of 12 months. So it's past due. It just made it. It just went past due. So I'm gonna get that ready. I remember standing this powder so hard. And now I just kind of don't reach for it anymore. Oh my god, I forgot how much it darkens the under eyes. Completely ruined the brightness that was under my eyes.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief.
My base makeup looks like
ass.
For face powder, I have this old ass MAC Studio Fix that has been ran through. I got this in 2015. Moving on to one of my holy grails, and I just... It's at the point where it's just like, girl, get a new one, because I have had this for almost, I want to say 3 years. It's the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. And you can just see how like busted and dusted she is. Oh, poor baby. Oh, she has been through it. Just look at that. And obviously you can tell which shade I love the most, the middle shade. So that's the shade I'm gonna go into today. I'm gonna go into my Morphe R4. I'm gonna go into my Morphe R14, my trusty old Morphe R14. And really just cut those cheekbones. Something's going on with my contour on this side of my face, and I don't know why. It's looking so rough today. So this bronzer is going to show up in Friday's video. I've already pre-filmed Friday's video, by the way. So, but this is probably one of the oldest products in my makeup collection. It is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So old that there's new packaging for this bronzer by Too Faced. I think I got this early 2015. To bronze my face, I'm going to go into my Morphe M527 brush. One of my faves to bronze the skin. I'm going to dig into half. Just give a little bit more warmth to the skin. Kind of go against the nose. Still smells like chocolate, and it's just so great. Can you see that kind of like that spot right there? That's when I dipped the tip of my tongue into this just to see if it tastes like chocolate. Don't do that. It did taste like chocolate, but don't do that. And for blush, I don't know if this is, I'm gonna consider this as expired because of how old it is and how long ago I got it, because I got this mid 2016. This is the Marc Jacobs Kink. This is the Marc Jacobs Air Blush in Kink and Kisses. Everyone got these and everyone was raving about them when they came out. I really love these blushes. I'm just gonna dig into her. Just blush. flush up the face. Oh, it's not even like coming out. Oh, there we go. Your cute little rosy blush. Kind of go like a little sun kiss. Ooh, that's cute. Okay, so for a highlight, I actually have two options. I have the discontinued Anastasia Beverly Hills Illuminator Highlight in the shade Starlight. Do you guys remember these? Why did they ever discontinue these? Anastasia, would you like to tell the folks at home why you discontinued these single pans? Because girl, no, I'm gonna be honest with you, these highlighting palettes that Anastasia keeps coming out with are so tired. Just come out with singles, make them permanent so people can buy shades that they want. Because a lot of people get glow kits or get like highlighting kits and they don't even use like all the shades. So it's just like, come back out with these, please. Please, girl. I have this one, and then I have this one, which I actually recently got, but I got it from someone else. I got it on Glambot. But I know that this is old as shit because I look up the batch code, and this is from 2015. This Mary Luminizer from The Balm. So I got an expired makeup product from Glambot. Going in with my Morphe M501, my favorite highlighting brush of all time. This is a new one, so we can really see what she's giving. I'm gonna dig into the Starlight powder. Ooh, it's not even like wanting to pick up. All right, moment of truth. Yep. Looks like she still got it. Not as blinding as I remember. I think I am gonna amp it up with a little bit of Mary Lou. Because I know she will never do me wrong. What I can say about the Anastasia one is that it's a lot more powdery than I remember it being. I remember it being a little bit more creamier. Not creamier, but like, my theory is that the oil base that it had in there, if there was any in there, I don't know. But I just know a lot of eyeshadows and a lot of highlighters have like oils in them to make them a little bit more, you know. Does that make any sense? It probably doesn't. But I'm just assuming that dried up and that's no longer up in there, and it's just dried up and it's a lot powdery than it used to be because, I don't know. I just remember old girl being a lot more blinding, a lot prettier on the skin, and just, I think her time here is done. I honestly think her time here is done. For eye primer, I'm going to go into my Benefit Air Patrol primer. Now, this is old school Thomas. This used to be my fave back in 2015. Look how dirty it gets, though. See that? Like, that's gross. So, hopefully there's still product in here. This is like old. Ooh. This is old school. I'm just gonna kind of clean off the top and then has a very cooling effect to it. That's why I used to like it so much back in the day. Ooh, it's so thick now. It's supposed to be airy and lightweight. Girl, she dumb thick these days. Like, I never remember having this much coverage. Is that how thick it is now in the tube? Like, this gotta be hella expired. So, old girl is blended out. So nice. Looks nice in the eyelids. Cancels a lot. Still like it.
Oh my god. For palettes, you guys.
I have the Master Palette by Mario. How old is this, actually? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's been... Oh my god. September 23rd, 2016. It's relatively old. I do have an older palette from Anastasia that I could use. But I'm just going to stick with this one because I don't feel like getting up. If you followed me on Instagram back in 2015, you would know that I used the hell out of this palette. It's a limited edition palette too, so it's hella discontinued, but it's the Mi Vida Loca palette by Kat Von D. This is so, like, iconic. Oh my god, I'm so excited to play with this again. I have not touched this since, like, early 2016. I'm so excited to play with this again. I hope it still works as good as I remember it to work. And then this is the inside of Mario. And this is the Kat Von D one. I'm setting my eyelids with Mulder and the Kat Von D palette. Not as brightening as I would want it to be, but it works. Oh, another thing I really liked about the Air Patrol from Benefit is that it didn't crease. So, I don't know if you cared about that information. So for my transition, I'm going to go into the shade Isabel in the Mario palette. Oh my god, wow. Still so pigmented and easily blendable. I do not know what happened to the Anastasia formula to me, but the older palettes always just look, the older Anastasia palettes always just work better for me than the newer ones. I don't know what happened, but like, do you just see how, like, that blended in 2 seconds? Like, hello, what happened, Miss ABH? I feel like Anastasia just bought into the hype of, like, over pigmentation, and now it's like all their palettes are so pigmented that they're not even really user friendly anymore. Like, I even found problems with working with Modern Renaissance when I reused it again recently. A video coming for that very soon. And, like, I don't know. It's just like, do you just see how easily that shade blended? So I'm going to take my Zoeva 227 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Analog from the Kat Von D palette, and I'm just going to lightly sweep that kind of across where I put that other shade from the Mario palette, the Isabel shade, just to really make that a nice, vibrant burnt orange. Next, going into the shade Destroyer in the Kat Von D palette. I'm gonna kind of like focus this on the outer corner here. So I'm gonna play with fire here and go into Black Metal, which is the black shade in the Kat Von D palette, and try to deepen out the outer corner. This could go very bad. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I am pleasantly surprised with how this is turning out. I wasn't planning on going this dark or smoky, but here we are. I need to go into focus mode, so I'm just gonna finish up my eyes real fast, put on some lashes. Lashes don't expire. Don't really have any mascara to show you, so I'm gonna finish up my eyes. Then then we can hop right on into lips, and then we'll be done. How exciting! Have you enjoyed this journey so far? I have. Okay, BRB. Okay, guys, I am pleasantly surprised by how well those two eyeshadow palettes worked after years of just being put away. If you're wondering what glitter is on my eyes, I just popped on the Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy Heavy Metal glitter. I've had this for a while as well, so I don't know if it's expired, but I know I've had it for a long time. So I don't know if you can see, but my highlight just disappeared while I was finishing all that up. So I'm going to, because I am going out and I do want to look glowing for the gods, I am going to try out the Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter just because I really want to try this out. And I'm just going to set my face with my MAC Fix Plus. Okay, so lastly for lips, I'm going to go into the Morphe liquid lipstick in the shade Bloodshot. Now, I got these a long time ago. I know for a fact they're expired. They're done for. I need to re-up because I really like this formula. Actually, I really like this formula of liquid lipstick from Morphe. If you guys didn't know, I'm an affiliate with Morphe, so you can use code Thomas in all caps at checkout or in store at morphebrushes.com, and you can get a little discount, sis. I'm gonna mix it up because I haven't used this shade in particular ever. So I'm just gonna mix it up because I know there's gonna be separation. I am pleasantly surprised with everything, how everything turned out. I can't believe everything is still just looking pretty. I think if I could have went without anything in this little routine that I just did, I could have gone without the primer and maybe an updated version of the foundation. But everything else just looks stunning. I am honestly surprised. I thought that this was going to be a fail video. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think this was going to be the ending. Like, look at this. This is so pretty. You know, I'm going to have to do something today because a beat like this cannot go unused. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, bye guys.